So you want to learn about chess. You know how the pieces move around the board. You consistently win against your little brother, but now what? There is more information on chess than you could ever read. Estimates put the number of books written about chess around 50,000. But there is one good place to start, and that's points. First developed in the 1600s by an Italian priest, the point system for chess pieces is as follows. A pawn is worth 1 point, knights and bishops are worth 3 points, rooks are worth 5 points, and the queen is worth 9. The king isn't given a point value because if you lose the king, you lose the game. This is by no means a perfect system, but it is a good way to begin to evaluate trading pieces. For example, should you be willing to exchange your rook for your opponent's knight? Well, no. A rook is worth more points. But why are pieces worth what they're worth? Well, let's start with the pawn, which has a value of 1. It can only move forward and only attack 2 squares at any given time. It serves as our baseline for the point system. The knight and bishop are worth 3 points. The knight can jump into awkward places that other pieces can't get, but to move to an adjacent square would eat up 3 turns. The bishop is also worth 3 points, but for different reasons. It can move across the entire board in one move, but is stranded on either the white squares or on the black squares, meaning it can be easily avoided. The rook is given a value of 5 points. It has neither of the problems of the knight or bishop. Unlike bishops, it is not restricted to half the squares on the board, and unlike the knight, it can move as far as it needs to in one turn. Amateur chess players are sometimes tempted to trade away the rook early because it's hard to move around on a board that's still full of pieces. But its flexibility becomes invaluable near the end of the game when more pieces have been removed. The only piece more flexible than a rook is a queen. You can think of a queen as both a bishop and a rook in one piece. A queen in the middle of the board attacks 29 squares, or 45% of the board. Now, this system isn't perfect. You still need to make common sense decisions. Experienced players will tell you that 2 bishops together have more value than a bishop and a knight. And even though the point values are even, giving up a queen for 2 bishops and a knight probably is a bad idea. But points do give you a good place to start.